Hello, viewers. This is Christmas special, and I have with me Josie from New Jersey. And we both have dressed up like Santa because Santa could not come, but he sent me Lady Santa from USA. And she's a brave epilepsy warrior like me. And she's going to share her experience with us. And she's a multi talented person. She's an author, she's a dental assistant, and whatnot. And I'm going to let Josie speak for herself. Josie, you developed epilepsy at the age of 16, but today you're a dental assistant, you're a published author, you're driving, and you're glowing so much like us,
Thank
like Lady
you.
Santa.
Yes.
So, you don't, like so many people say, you don't even look a patient with epilepsy. You don't sulk. You don't let life sulk at you. So tell
No,
me,
I really don't.
how do you manage everything so well? Tell us.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for that introduction. Well, I am the type of person that I try to be as positive as possible, especially being with this condition. And since we can't stress, I literally do not let stress overcome me. I can't say that I avoid stress, but when I have situations that stress me out, I don't let it be here for too long. I don't let it get in the moment for too long. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I just try to really be in the moment, and whatever situation I know that I can control, I try to overcome it. And whatever I can't control, I just like let life handle it for me. That's
You let
literally
it.
what I
You surrender to God.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do as much as possible. And as warriors, I feel that we already have enough to deal with our condition. So we have to just let life handle certain things for us that we have no control over.
Right.
We can't let our mind also overpower us.
Right. You cannot
Yes,
take so much negativity and stress also. You know.
yes, we literally can't. It's one of our triggers. So
Right.
I literally try
Yes.
to be in the moment as much as possible
Right.
and
Tell me
at
one
all.
thing, Josie, you're working as a dental assistant and you want to work also as a dental hygienist in future. So was your epilepsy, was it a hurdle in getting a job in the USA? I mean, is it a stigma like that? Like in India, it is, people want to hide epilepsy so much because they will not get a job. Was it a problem there getting you a job?
No, it's not a problem for me because you can't discriminate against people with epilepsy here. That's literally
Okay.
against the law to do. But one of the things is that you, as an epileptic, don't have to come out and tell an employer right away that you have epilepsy. You can
Okay.
wait until after you're employed to let them know. So it's not
Okay.
like you can, they can't discriminate against you after you're hired. But if you want to tell them beforehand, you can, but obviously they can't tell that you have the condition. And if you're working perfectly fine and it's like not interfering with your job, then I don't see why they would have an issue with your condition interfering with what it
But
is that
but
you're doing.
but if you tell them later, won't they get annoyed and won't they tell you to leave the job?
No, they probably can, maybe depending on how I guess your performance over time. Because sometimes
Okay.
I guess I feel that we probably let the job, some people let this job stress them out. And I feel like maybe that if once they let the employer know that they feel that they can't perform as well, maybe that will affect them. But I think it also depends on how severe the epilepsy is for certain people,
Okay. Okay.
how it is for the person. Yes. But I fortunately haven't had that experience. I mean, I sometimes did like let maybe I've been forgetful at times with certain jobs, but I never had like an incident where I had to like I did something super wrong in a job and I would have to be let go. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, tell me,
So
I saw one of your reels, you're driving. I mean, one of your photographs. You drive to
mhm.
work, Josie? You drive to the gym, you drive to the work, you drive to work.
Yes, yes, I do drive. So
And yeah, I wanted to ask you this, like, when was your last seizure?
my last episode was in October of 2018.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Like
and I was
in every country, there are different rules about driving. So
yes.
in your nation, in your state, do they allow you to drive under medication? I mean, what are the rules? I mean, and what happens if you kind of have a seizure on the road? And what are the rules? Like in India, when we fill a form for the license for driving, it's written over there. Do you have epilepsy? What are the rules in your country?
Okay, so when it comes to epilepsy, there they see that as a restriction.
Okay.
And if you have a seizure, you have to wait like 6 months after your seizure to go and apply for your license again because they suspend
Okay.
your license. And you also have to get a note from your doctor stating that you have had that extended amount of time without a seizure.
Okay.
Apply and get your license again.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, it's different in different states, but that's how it is here in New Jersey. It can be less time in other states, or it can be more time in other states. But here, it's 6 months.
Okay. So while driving, you've never felt an aura, never felt, I mean, a kind of a seizure coming, that kind of a feeling. You never felt it.
Okay, so I only experienced. So I've been driving for about 2 years, and
Okay.
I experienced it. I want to say the most only twice. The first time it was after an emotional experience that I was having. It was like just like it was after actually I was on a funeral, so I was very like thrown off emotionally. But I
Okay.
just like sat down and I was like, okay, I need to relax, and I just like put the car to the side, and it was like a small aura. The second time I had one, I was on the highway, and
Oh,
what made me have not a seizure, but an aura, because I haven't had a seizure while driving, was the fact that the pavement of the highway changed. So it was like
oh,
smooth at one point, and then out of nowhere, it got like really bumpy. So my body felt the sensation of that. So it felt like really weird to me. It wasn't the fact that I was surrounded by other cars. It was just the fact that I guess my body couldn't handle the fact that the pavement of the road was really bumpy. So I guess that was a shock to my nerves. So I feel
oh.
like I'm just really sensitive. And I started to notice that driving over time, I feel like if you are going down a really bumpy road, obviously like you're moving a lot and like you are on a smooth pavement. So that is like shocking like your body a little bit. So like when I go down roads that are not that okay, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go down a road that's not that smooth. So I just prepare myself mentally for that. And I haven't had an aura since because now I'm more prepared for it because I'm more in the moment. And I feel that if we as warriors are to drive, we are more sensitive and our nerves are like, we tend to just
More sensitive.
exactly, we're more sensitive. So we tend to let just like little things affect us, like little shocks like that on the road.
Yes.
Or like if I feel like if we are driving, our brain, if it starts like moving too much, it just like really starts affecting us. So if I can't say all pavements are gonna be smooth, but if they were to be like better, then I feel like it'll make it easier for us.
But
But I feel
here I'll ask you a question.
yeah.
You could tell in time an aura was coming and you parked your car. What if
Yes, I
some
pull over
other
to the side.
Yeah, what if some other patient who's allowed in your country to drive and
Mhm.
he or she is not able to tell in time? What if they could have a seizure and they can have an accident and they could harm somebody on the road and harm themselves? It is possible.
That is very possible. I can't tell you that I know anyone who's had a seizure while driving because I personally don't meet a lot of epileptic warriors and personally that have had a seizure while driving. But it could happen because let's say it's someone's first seizure and they're driving,
Right.
then they can have an accident. But if I feel like if you already have, if some people have epilepsy and they have auras, they luckily have the warning and they're able to pull off to
Right.
the side. But if let's say it's their first one and they're driving, then I can't really say, I can't speak for them because that's just something that they can't control.
Yes. And
So
so it is dicey. It is dangerous. It
yes,
is dangerous. One
it is
has to be
dangerous.
like, I strongly feel one has to be completely, medication free and then be on the road, I mean,
Okay.
because I was once with my daughter, I was behind the wheel and she was just 8 years old. And I thought,
Yeah.
I was with full confidence I can drive. And I had an aura and a man came almost under the wheel. And luckily the traffic people, the police people came and helped me out. And I got stuck. I just froze. I couldn't brake in time. And I just froze seeing a truck coming in front of me. I mean, I could have killed the man. I could have crippled myself and somehow I just froze. I couldn't
Yeah.
drive further. I couldn't brake. I just froze because I saw the truck and it was an absence attack. It was an absence seizure I had.
Yeah.
So after
Okay.
that day, I started taking cabs and I hired a driver. So I
Wow.
said,
Yeah.
it's risking your life as well as lives of innocent people on the road. But
Yeah.
I guess it depends. My question was, it depends from country to country. If your country allows, then it's different. Here, but in our nation, kind of people hide and then they still drive, which is, I think, very wrong.
That is wrong. I think also depends also on how in the moment you are.
Yes.
That's yes, most of the time very present. So that's why that time I had the aura driving, it affected me because I felt the sensation of the road really it was just really it was just really off for me. But I feel that if you know something like that is if you
Happening.
know happening, then you can control how you can
Right.
feel when something like that is gonna happen. But sometimes obviously you couldn't control that you had an absence seizure.
Right.
So
Uh, so, uh,
I
uh,
feel it depends on the kind of seizures or auras that people have.
so if somebody is having an aura and like you parked the car, and if some, like policemen or traffic people around there, what kind of help do they render? How do they help you? They take you to a hospital, or what do they do there?
Well, I think it depends on how severe the aura or the seizure is. Like mine, that one time I let it pass
Okay.
and then I just continued driving because it
Okay.
didn't last that long. Yes,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I know when I feel okay enough to do something, and then I was just like, okay, I can do this. I can handle going about driving home because I wasn't that far from home, but still I had to like let myself overcome the aura.
Hmm. That's, you know you it's a mini battle you fought. It's a tiny
Yes,
battle you fought at that moment.
exactly. That I had a warrior moment
Yeah,
right then
it's a
and there.
warrior moment. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
uh okay. Tell us, I want to know about your published book. Show us your book which you've written, and I'll show you my book also. First, you
Yes.
show me your book. I want to see your book.
Okay, so this is actually the second one that I published. It's
Okay.
called Lucky's first EEG.
Okay.
Yes, if all warriors, most of us have experienced an EEG before.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so here's Lucky getting an EEG. You can see he's a little
Okay.
kitten.
Lucky is a cat?
He's a cat, yes. So
Okay.
I'm going based off my first book, which
Okay.
is Lucky Feels Fuzzy.
Okay.
Yes.
Lucky feels fuzzy. Yeah, we all feel fuzzy. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we get our
Yeah.
moments where we feel fuzzy.
Yes.
So yes, it's like a double entendre on the name because cats are fuzzy and then we feel
Okay.
fuzzy. So that's
Yeah.
why I made him a kitten.
Okay.
Then I continued with the second book and still kept him a kitten. So yeah, so I just went based off that. So
Viewers, I will, are these book available on Amazon?
they're both available on Amazon. And Lucky Feels Fuzzy is available on Barnes and Noble, which is a bookstore here in
And
America.
viewers, I will put the links of both these books when I post the video, so you can pick up your copies. And this is my book, Epilepsy
Yeah.
Butterflies, where the stories of 8 epilepsy warriors, they've given their stories, including mine. It's also available on Amazon. I'll put the link of this. So here we are, 2 epilepsy warriors talking. So
Yes.
tell me, Josie, what is your message you want to give to the epilepsy warriors globally, and for this Christmas, special Christmas message you want to give from the Our Lady Santa? So what is the message, if you were Santa, to give to the warriors, to the strong warriors globally, to India, to everybody? What is the Santa's message you would like to give?
Well, first of all, have a safe Christmas. Okay. And I want all of you out there to know that we are so strong. Only
Yes.
we know what it is that we deal with mentally, physically, emotionally,
Yes.
spiritually, and to keep going no matter
Yes.
what. We can all
Yes.
overcome this by sharing our stories.
Yes.
Okay, we all fight the same battle, even though it doesn't look the same for everyone, but we all know what it is that we face. So we
Yes.
should all continue to share our stories as much as possible and bring awareness,
Yes.
because this one day, hopefully, will be a thing of the past.
Yes. And there will be a cure for it. We will find
Yes,
a
that
cure.
we will find a cure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And we
for
should
sure.
not give up. We shouldn't give up this
Never,
fight.
never, ever, ever, ever. Don't give up.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And it's been amazing talking to you, Josie. Oceans apart, I think we all are together. It doesn't matter. And whether you've been Santa or not Santa, you've been just amazing. Amazing. And
Thank
keep it
you.
going.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for the opportunity. I'm glad I was
No.
able to be here and talk to you and talk to everyone who ever watches this. I hope you're motivated to keep going, no matter
Yes,
what.
yes, we will.
Mhm.
Viewers, she's been our Lady Santa. She's come to our show and she's talking to India. Let's show her some love. India is amazing. Josie, come to India. India is not a
One
land of,
day.
and come and stay with me. Come to stay with this
Oh,
Lady Santa.
oh, I would love to. Yes, we
Yes,
just have
yes,
to
you've got
plan
a
it.
home here. You've got a home here too. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josie, for coming onto my show and sending you lots and lots of purple hearts.
Thank you. Likewise to everyone.
And have a merry, great Christmas with your family. Okay.
You too, Pretty. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye.
Bye.